going on, everybody? We're back, and we're talking about cards, and we're looking at cards that recently sold. See, a lot of us, we all want to have Mantles and Aarons and Mays and Clementes. We want to have those big name guys. But a lot of the true, baseball connoisseurs of baseball history also like a lot of those other great players that aren't in the stratosphere price-wise. Even the non-Hall of Famers, a lot of people are fans of and want to collect. And while it's fun to see channels and episodes and videos of people looking at, $20,000 cards, it is fun. But it's not reality for most of us. And most of us are collectors of cards. So if we're collectors of cards, and we love baseball cards, and we have a budget, it's important to continually be reminded that there are good deals out there of Hall of Famers, and including Mays and Clemente and Aaron and those guys. Those guys are affordable. So don't get so caught up with the eye candy of the high grade, the super sharp, the super expensive card, and feel like those are the only cards we should be after. It sometimes feels like those minor stars and borderline Hall of Famers that did or didn't get in are slowly going by the wayside. And people don't care about them. They don't care about their cards. And if you do, which I do, and I think a lot of us do, they're really affordable. They're getting crazy affordable. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at 50 sales. These are all eBay sales from the month of November from the 1950s. So we're collectors. We want to add to our collection. And we want to learn about different cards that are in everybody's price range. And we're talking about $50 here. Every card that we're going to look at is less than $50. And a lot of them are less than $25 or $30. You can get some great stuff. Let's look at 50 that I found from the month that I thought were really cool cards. And I know I'm going to get the complaints already. I know. People tell me all the time, why are you only picking graded cards when you do this? The better deals are on the raw cards. That's true. But the risk when you buy raw cards online is much higher. If we were at a card show, I would be going through a lot of boxes of raw stuff. No doubt about it. But we're not at a card show. We're looking at cards that are available online. So that we can all get a better idea of what the condition range is. And again, just because PSA says it's a 5 doesn't mean that we all are going to agree with that. But it gives us a range that, it's somewhere between a 4 and a 6. So we're going to take a look at these. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to pick my 5 that I thought were the most mind-blowing. And I want you at the end to tell me what was your most mind-blowing. What's your one pick for the one that you're like, wow, I wish I saw that deal because I would have bought it for that. Because when I was putting this together and I was digging through all sorts of sales history over the month of November, I bet there were 10 or 12 cards in the 50 that I'm going to show you that I 100% would have bought if I could have bought them at that price and knew that they were out there at that price. I 100% would have bought at least a dozen of these. The deals are getting better, and that's the beauty of a down market if you're a collector. Let's look. Hopefully it gives you some ideas of some things to maybe look for and search for and are more affordable than you previously thought.
All right off the bat, we've got a 1958 Topps Willie Mays All-Star in an SGC2. And that thing looks pretty darn decent for a 2. I mean, it's Willie Mays. And we're under $50. In fact, this one barely made it under $50 at $49.95 or so as the final sale price. But it's not just the low-end Hall of Famers that we can afford for $50. How about this cool card, 1957 Topps Dodgers Sluggers, and it's in an SGC4. And look at how well centered it is. I mean, that's a really high eye appeal card. And it's got 4 legendary Dodgers when, the Dodgers were a really good team at this time. And these were 4 of the core hitters on the team. And $49. Already slabbed and everything. Next up, we got a Don Drysdale rookie card in a 2. And it's really, really well centered. I mean, it's not like it's a dog. Now, the picture's not great, so we can't get a really good look at it. But we can see that it's pretty much perfectly centered. And it's a Don Drysdale rookie card in a 2. And it's $49. So you know what that means. That one blows my mind for sure. I still do not understand why Don Drysdale is so affordable. It doesn't make any sense to me that his rookie card is as affordable as it is. I'm not gonna figure that one out today. How about a 1957 Topps, another Dodger, Roy Campanella, and look at this thing. It's a 5.5. A Roy Campanella in a 5.5. Side-to-side centering is really nice. Is $49 was the final sale price. I mean, I've seen that card raw for sale at shows for $150, $200. And that one's already in a slab and it's 5.5, and it looks really, really nice. 54 Bowmans get a bad rap. I don't know why people don't like them more, or maybe they do, but for whatever reason, they're very affordable. We got a Bob Feller in a PSA 3. Again, pretty well centered. $48.25. When I was doing my digging here, I was trying really hard to find ones that were fairly well centered, not the ones way off centers, anything like that. How about a second-year Harmon Killebrew? Now remember, his rookie card's in the 55 Topps set. This is a 56 Topps Harmon Killebrew in a 2.5. Again, eye appeal's really high in my eyes. Centering's really good on this card. $47. And it's a newer slab. It's a newer serial number. Somebody just sent that in for $20 or $25 to get it graded and then sold it for $47. Look at this. How does this make any sense? A 1959 Topps Roberto Clemente and an SGC 2.5. Look at the color on it. The centering's good. The color is phenomenal. Look at how nice that card looks. It's a 2.5 for $46. Honestly, I'm like, is this a misprint? $46. If that doesn't make my mind-blowing list. Again, I'm picking 5. This was the easiest choice. A really nice looking 59 Clemente in a 2.5 for $46 in an SGC slab. That is wild. That might be the number 1 mind-blowing pick of this whole episode. 1954 Topps Whitey Ford in an SGC 4. It's a cool Whitey Ford card. Keep in mind, his rookie card is 51. This is a 54, so this is still very early in his career. It's in an SGC 4 holder, sold for $46. I love the color match with the blue on the blue. How about a 1960 Bart Starr in an SGC 6? Now, Bart Starr's rookie card is 57. So this is his 4th card. It's a really pretty good picture of him. It's not like it's crazy off centering. I mean, it's pretty decent centering. And it's a 6. for $45.44. I mean, I have that card raw. I've thought about sending it in. Why would I send it in? If it gets a 6, it's only worth $45. Now, Redmen are one of the things that have grown on me the most over the last, I don't know, couple of years. I'm really getting to where I like these a lot. A 52 Redman Richie Ashburn with the tab still in an SGC 3.5. I mean, that's pretty nice looking card. It is an old SGC slab for whatever that's worth. For right around $45. How about a 1955 Bowman Roy Campanella in a 5? This 55 Bowman set, again, when you have the darker borders, it shows a lot of wear, so it's hard to get good grades. And a 5 is a pretty darn good grade in a 55 Bowman, and it's Roy Campanella, and it sold for $44.02. That is a good-looking card for $44. How about a 54 Bowman? Again, 54 Bowman's very overlooked for whatever reason. Here's a Larry Doby, kind of a classic pose of him. Again, another high eye appeal. When I went high on eye appeal when I was doing my searches here, those are the ones I was pulling. This one's an SGC 4 for $44. But I mean, centering is like ideal on that card. SGC 4, $44, Larry Doby. Another 57 Topps. Here's a 57 Topps Duke Snider and an SGC 5. Now, again, really well centered, really high eye appeal. Now, Duke Snider's rookie card is 49 Bowman. So still fairly early in his career, $44 in an SGC 5. But look, I mean, the color is great. The clarity is great. The centering is great. Now, one of the cooler looking cards, in my opinion, again, I think Monty Irvin cards, for whatever reason, he's very photogenic or something. But this 54 Topps Monty Irvin in an SGC 4. Beautiful card. $44. Now, Monty Irvin's rookie card is in the 51 Bowman set. So, again, very early in his career. A 4. This is, prices are very affordable if we look around. Now, this is the second year Al Kaline. Again, I picked a very well-centered one. It's a newer grade, 55 Topps, Al Kaline. It is a PSA 2. It is obviously got rounded corners. It's got soft corners. But that's a really nice-looking card to me. Great color, great centering, $43.30 for Al Kaline's second card. This one was wild. So a 1959 Topps Sparky Anderson rookie card. This is Sparky Anderson's rookie card. And it's in an SGC 7. You could send in a lot of nice cards and not get an SGC 7. This got a 7. It's under $45. This is his rookie card. Another rookie card, a 1951 Topps Redback Monty Irvin in a PSA 3. Now, he has a 51 Bowman, and he has a 51 Topps Redback, and this is in a 3. $42.88. That's one of his rookie cards. That is a Monty Irvin rookie card. He's got 2 of them, right? That one's under $43, and yes, that definitely blew my mind. I had no idea that you could buy that card for that. That is one that for sure I would have purchased if I was following that auction. Because under $43, that's crazy. Here's another cool Larry Doby, a 53 Bowman color. I feel like the Bowman colors continue to grow in popularity. This one's a little off-center, left to right. But it's a 3.5. So it's a decent card. It's kind of a classic pose of him, kind of a recognizable card. $42.87 in a PSA 3 for the 1953 Bowman color, Larry Doby. Here's another 54 Bowman in a 6.5, perfectly centered. I mean, 50-50 all the way around, 6.5 SGC, a 54 Bowman Richie Ashburn. Hall of Famer, a beloved Philly, $42.50. $42.50. You're not going to find a nicer looking 6.5 than that one. How about a 59 Topps Johnny Unitas? Now, this is a third-year Johnny Unitas card. Rookie card's 57, just like Bart Starr. This is his third card. In a PSA 4. Really well-centered. Newer label. $42. Third-year Johnny Unitas. I'm telling you guys, I sprinkled in a few vintage football cards in here. Vintage football is so affordable, it's insane. How about a 1956 Topps Warren Spahn in a PSA 3? Now, you know I like Warren Spahn. I really like the looks of the 55 and 56 Topps Warren Spahn. And you know I love the 53 Topps, or 53 Bowman Warren Spahn. But this 56 Topps in a PSA 3, $41.99. Under $42. And again, really, really well centered. Beautiful card. Another 56 Topps. How about this Mini Minoso in a 5? An SGC 5. Again, centering is pretty darn good. 1956 Topps Mini Minoso SGC 5. Well centered. $41.52. I mean, I just did a thing the other day about, hey, what's everybody's favorite set? And like 10 people said the 56 Topps set. But here's a Mini Minoso in a 5. His rookie card's 52. So, but it goes for that cheap. It's crazy. Another 56 Topps. Here's an Al Kaline in a 3.5. And again, this one's a little soft corners, especially those top couple. But it's pretty well centered. Decent looking. 3.5 from SGC for $41. And I know people are going to say, but you got to factor in shipping. Okay, $5. You got to factor in taxes, couple bucks. So $50 all in, $50, less than $50. How about a 57 Topps Warren Spahn? Now, to me, one of the cool, I don't know. I like all the Warren Spahn cards. I'm biased. I think this is a great picture of him. An SGC 5, 57 Topps Warren Spahn, $40. Yeah, off center, left to right, maybe, I don't know, 65-35, 70-30, something like that. But it's still decent, and it's a 5. How about this one? A 58 Topps Rival Fence Busters, SGC 2.5. So you got two big players on there, right? You got Duke Snider, you got Willie Mays on the same card, $39. The multiplayer cards are still affordable for now. How about a second-year Don Drysdale? Right? His rookie's the 57. We saw it earlier. A 58 Topps Don Drysdale in a SGC 6. Pretty well centered. Great color. Great image. $39. That's his second card. The second card of Don Drysdale in an SGC 6 with good centering is $39. My favorite looking card. Now, again, when we're talking just image, just the look of the card, I'm all in on the 53 Bowman color Warren Spahn. Yes, I know, it's a PSA 1. There are a couple of creases above his hat. But it's really well centered. And the color and the picture are terrific. And it's $38. I 100% would have bought that card had I seen it. 100%. Another great Monty Irvin card. Now, this is his second-year card. A second-year Monty Irvin. From arguably the most famous set of all time, the 52 Topps set. In an SGC 2, $36.99. Under $37. Monty Irvin, second-year card, 52 Topps, SGC 2. I mean, when people say they want to collect vintage, it's not expensive. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm going to keep showing you evidence of it. How about this one? One of Willie Mays' most famous plays of his career, 59 Topps Willie Mays catch card in an SGC 3. Well centered. 36.61, and there went my head exploding. I don't know. I don't know why this card isn't a really expensive card. I think it's awesome. I know my dad has I probably would have bought one by now, but my dad has a really nice one. How about a 51 Burke Ross Warren Spahn? Greg, you're sure putting a lot of Warren Spahn cards in there. I know. Isn't it great? I am. I do that all the time. I love Warren Spahn cards. SGC2 Burke Ross, 1951, $36 in a 2. SGC2, $36. And again, pretty decent looking. Rounded corners, yeah. But come on. Another 54 Bowman. Again, 54 Bowmans. If you're looking to collect vintage and you want some of the big names at a little bit of a discount, look at the 54 Bowman. This is a 1954 Bowman Eddie Matthews in an SGC 3. $35. I mean, that's a cool card. Again, centering's pretty decent. 60-40, 65-35, something like that. $35 for a 54 Bowman Eddie Matthews. How about a 59 Topps NL Hitting Kings? So we got another cool card with Willie Mays on it. Well centered in an SGC 4. That's a really good picture of those two guys. And this one was a best offer, and I tried to look it up, and I couldn't find it. But, you know, the asking was $35, and it was a accepted best offer. So, I mean, I'm going to guess it was $30. I couldn't find it on the comp, so I'm not sure why that was. 1956 Topps Whitey Ford in an SGC 3. Now, this one's a little OC, but I picked it because I still thought it had great color, great look to it. And it's not so off-center that it's, like, disruptive. It's just not, like, well-centered, but it's not awful. SGC 3, 1956 Topps Whitey Ford. Under $35. A 52 Bowman Bob Feller. So many people have told me about how they like collecting Bob Feller. They're big on collecting Bob Feller. War hero, great pitcher, one of the best of all time. But then we have his 52 Bowman. And yeah, it's a 1.5. And yeah, it has a crease in it. But it's pretty well centered. $33. How about a Ted Williams? I bet you didn't think you could buy a Ted Williams that was anything but a 1 for anywhere near this price. This is a new label, PSA 2, 58 Topps, Ted Williams All-Star. $32. Ted Williams, Playing Days All-Star card. For just over $30. Another cool, the 54 set's got so many great looking cards. Here's a 54 Topps Richie Ashburn in an SGC 5. I mean, did all the Richie Ashburn collectors this month just stop collecting? Because his stuff went for crazy cheap this month. If you like Richie Ashburn, go buy a bunch of his stuff because it's super affordable right now for some reason. $32 for a 1954 Topps Richie Ashburn in a 5. How about a 52 Wheaties Roy Campanella in a PSA 4? Now, I like these Wheaties cards. And, you know, they have the action and then they have the portrait. This is the action one. He's throwing off the mask. Reminiscent of the, what is it, the 52 Topps? 51 Bowman, I should say. 51 Bowman. $32 in a PSA 4. 52 Wheaties Roy Campanella, PSA 4. A Bill Mazeroski rookie card. Now you go, oh, Greg, it's off center. Yeah, and it's a rookie card of a Hall of Famer. And it's $31.09. He's still alive, and last I checked, he was still signing autographs through the mail. If I had seen that one, I would have bought that, and I would have mailed it to him, because you're only out $31, and see if he just signed it. How about an Elston Howard rookie card? Yes, a 55 Bowman Elston Howard rookie card in an SGC 5. $31.01. I mean, he won an MVP. A lot of people, I mean, maybe not a lot of people, but a fair amount of people think he should get some Hall of Fame looks. How about a second-year Bart Starr? 1958 Bart Starr PSA 3. So this is his second card in a PSA 3. Again, it's not perfectly centered, but it's not awful. $31. I mean, I just did a thing the other day about the top 5 quarterbacks of all time, and I included him in my top 5 list, and a lot of people agreed with me. And his second-year card is $31. Here's a 1956 Topps. Again, why did I show a bunch of 56 Topps? Because you guys said you like 56 Topps. Well, you're not buying them. A 1956 Topps Larry Doby, SGC 3, $26.06. $26! I mean, Larry Doby is a groundbreaking player. How about a 55 Topps Monty Irvin? Monty Irvin's shown up a lot. His cards are underappreciated. PSA 3, really well centered, really good color. $26.05. What's the deal with Monty Irvin being so affordable? And his cards are really cool looking. He has some of the best looking cards. Now, all of the remaining cards we're going to look at, all of these are under $25. Another Monty Irvin, a 53 Topps. So we saw a 52 Topps, a 53 Topps, a 54 Topps, a 55 Topps. This one's a 2. Yes, the corners are rounded, but it's centered, and it's a third-year Monty Irvin. We also saw rookie Monty Irvin. Monty Irvin cards are going for crazy cheap. This is wild. $24.50. Somebody could have taken $200 this month and gotten a Monty Irvin rookie, second year, third year, fourth year, and fifth year. They could have gotten all of them for under $200 total. How about a 56 Topps Roosevelt Brown? This is his rookie card. This is a rookie card of Roosevelt Brown in a PSA 4. Really, really well centered. His rookie card. One of the top trench players ever. $22.72. Somebody lost money just on the grading fee. The grading fee is going to be more than that. How about a 1952 Redman Duke Snider? Now, this one got an authentic, which generally means, especially if it's SGC, that, you know, there might have been, maybe when the tab pulled off, it took a chunk or something, because this one doesn't have a tab. $18.50. That's a really cool looking piece of history from 70 years ago for $18.50. Now look at this. A 1964 Topps Giant, Warren Spahn, in an SGC 7.5. How many 7.5s is SGC giving on vintage cards these days? Not a ton. And this is Warren Spahn, who a lot of people told me in my video the other day that I should have included him on the top 5 pitchers of all time list. Yet, his 64 Topps Giant in a 7.5 went for $18.29. Again, SGC right now is charging $15 to grade. Again, I sprinkled in some football just to show how cheap they are. A 57 Topps Norm Van Brocklin in a PSA 4. The 57 Topps football set is so awesome. Side-to-side centering great, then you top-bottom off a little, obviously, but $12.06. $12. Again, somebody put 20 in it to grade it at least. Look at this one. A 55 Bowman Richie Ashburn in an SGC 4.5. I told you guys earlier, Richie Ashburn stuff was on a fire sale this month. This is a 4.5. $11.50 for a 55 Bowman Hall of Famer in a 4.5. That blows my mind. That you could buy a 55 Bowman in an SGC 4.5 of a Hall of Famer for $11.50? What are we doing? How about this postcard dated from '64? It is a Gaylord Perry Hall of Fame postcard, autographed by Gaylord Perry, $9.50. Less than $10 for a Hall of Fame autograph. I would have bought that one if I was aware of it. I will say it once, I'll say it again. Vintage is affordable. Vintage is out there. Dig in the deals and find those awesome cards for insanely low prices. Prices that are so low, it literally blows my mind.